No.
No?
I was on time. I just said no as I was on time.
No!
Alright, welcome back to the Back Kibble bonus show. This week we're gonna talk about the collab Transformers that got announced.
And we're not going to be talking about Dick like what PerspectiveEnd was talking about before I joined in the call. Just kept talking about Dick in horror movies.
That was an hour ago.
Talking about Dick.
That was an hour ago, and it was never recorded in the first place, so no one knows what the fuck you're talking about.
There's hundreds of hours of you talking about Dick recorded. But we just choose not to upload it.
You're implying
there's hundreds of hours of, like, if you watch my YouTube videos, there is definitely hundreds of hours.
If you watch my YouTube video, there's a lot of Dick.
Now, if you watch my YouTube videos, there's hundreds of hours where Dick is at least mentioned at some point.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily like penis, but like, oh, you piece of shit cocksucking motherfucker.
Let's just get into it.
Yeah, you're written by Physicop.
Some TFW 2005 articles in case you guys need them. But first thing to talk about is this Manju Netsuke Optimus Prime.
I can't wait to get this really expensive Optimus Prime figure.
That'd be as someone who actually did take Japanese in college. That'd be Manju Netsuke.
Okay, I'm gonna read the blurb from the TFW article just because this is a weird product. So, I mean, we can explain everything else pretty simply, but this is a special Optimus Prime figure that can transform into a Manju Netsuke, a classic and traditional miniature sculpture.
That's okay.
Why are you trying to read at the same time?
I fucked up on my pronunciation just a little bit. It's Netsuke. You say
that's what's gonna get us canceled.
You say the net and then the T is like blends into the S. So Netsuke.
I'm gonna continue to butcher it.
Okay.
So it's a button. It's like a button for
fastener.
Your shirt or pants. I guess.
Is that what that is? I thought that was that Beyblade one.
Beyblade.
It does look like a Beyblade.
Well, there is a Beyblade one.
I thought it was a watch from Spy Kids.
Yeah, it costs $4,532.
Whoa!
It is made of silver, and it's made to order, which is why the price is so high.
That is insanity. It looks like shit.
And it's also made by Japanese artisan Yuki Tsuboshima. So it's like made by an artist. I agree. It's interesting. It looks like it would be a cool little mini-con type of thing.
There's no level of no. There's no level of no that is enough.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a better engineered version of Slipstream from the Robots in Disguise line. The little mini-con discs that shoot out.
Right. Yeah. I guess they're just called mini-con deployers. Maybe?
Yeah, but you know what? You gotta give it credit. This one has a 6-pack, so I think that's worth the $4,000.
He kind of looks more like Optimus Primal from the movie than Optimus Prime.
Especially with the arms.
Yeah.
He's got skinny-ass legs.
He's got no bend in his arms.
Truly a weird one.
Truly a weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
It's been a long time since I made that joke.
So that, I mean, I don't know. Do we have anything else to say about it?
No, it's a disc that's worth $4,000. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I'll get a Frisbee from a dollar store and be like, ooh, yeah.
I'm interested to see if any Transformers YouTubers actually buy it.
So my friend Scott passed away in 2020, but he had a huge collection of Transformers. It would be all over the house. And he tried to go for every Optimus Prime ever. I have a feeling he would try and get that.
Yeah. For $4,000, though, that's so much. It's insane.
Would you rather
heard me,
food
like make
in
a
a
noise
house?
that sounded like I got kicked in the balls?
You did. Can we just have an audio clip of that free for everyone?
I sounded like Civvy 11 getting fucking electrified.
You sound like a SpongeBob cartoon.
Why did you make that noise? Did I miss something?
Because it's $4,000.
Yeah, when you said it's $4,000, my reaction was to go, oh!
Oh!
This thing you shared, Perspective, looks 3D printed.
That is a Beyblade.
That is a 3D printed Beyblade.
Yeah, no, it's called a Bay Wheel.
Bay Wheel?
Yeah, it's a type of Beyblade that just sucks.
Does it transform?
I think it's one of those.
Why do you send it?
I remember those
it
little
definitely
wheel
looks like
things.
that thing. It definitely looks like the thing that thing is.
Oh, okay.
I remember
I see.
those little toys where it's got the ripcord and the thing like a Beyblade, but it was a wheel, so you rip it and then it would roll away, and you have to go
wheels.
and pick it up.
Yeah. These look like ass. Okay, that's interesting. I've never heard of that.
That's fine.
Bay
I
wheels.
got a Mega Bloks Beyblade thing that's useless because it doesn't have anything to attach it with.
Anyways, what's next, nerds?
What's next?
We
Losers
have
and virgins.
The Transformers X Bump of Chicken Base Convoy.
This is the best thing ever.
To everyone,
Yeah.
yes, I do in fact know that the Bump of Chicken Bumblebee. I do in fact now know that the Bump of Chicken Bumblebee is in fact a 5-year-old figure. I did not know.
They lit your ass up in the comments for that one.
People
bro.
kept sending me it. Like 4 different people sent me that fucker like it was new, and they were like, "Check it out. I guess there's also this." And I was like, "Oh, this must be new." No.
But if you love
You even
Thundercracker-
point out the packaging says 35th anniversary, and you're like, why would they do that?
Yeah, no, because it's weird.
But if you love Shattered Glass or Action Master Thundercracker, why?
Why?
So this is, for anyone that doesn't know, this is Earthrise Optimus Prime. That's his left arm's orange, his right arm's light blue, his legs are green and like really ugly shade of blue, and his head is yellow.
They
and
gave a
Bump of
5-year-old a
Chicken.
coloring book, and they were like,
something
"Yes,
about
that."
this. I learned something about this. See, one of the reasons
Okay,
why
what
you know
did you
why
learn?
you know why this sucks? You know why this is garbage?
Because it's
Okay.
Earthrise
Why?
Optimus Prime.
Because it's Takara. Apparently, Takara uniquely does not give a fuck, like a single flying fuck about their crossovers, and so they put zero fucking effort into it. If it was a fucking Hasbro crossover, it would look a lot better. Hasbro puts effort in. Takara does not.
I mean, they're doing that
We'll
Zoids.
see more of that
Yeah.
in a second.
It's just
What
a
were you gonna say,
colorful
Brian?
Earthrise Optimus Prime. It makes me want to puke. Moving on.
Colors. Well, don't move on for me, brother.
Moving
Colors
on.
were chosen by the band. So Bump of Chicken is a band, and the colors were chosen by the band bassist Yoshifumi Naoi.
So he
I
just
fucked
took
that
a
up for
coloring
sure.
book and they had a fun day.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't. I mean,
if you-
it's interesting. It's like similar to the Linkin Park and J Balvin type of stuff. I
Yeah,
guess.
if you put
If
these
you
next
post
to each
the-
other, I hate you.
If you post the name, I could give you my best like guess as to how it's pronounced.
Okay, we got an expert in the field.
Not
I'll
expert,
copy
but
and
someone who
paste
did
it.
in fact. Take
We
According
got
to my
a
calculations.
bona fide Japanese speaker here.
Yoshifume Naoi.
I was pretty close.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, next.
you got Yoshifumi, and then it's Naoi. Naoi.
No. Next up we have the Takara Tomy Syngenex series Godzilla X Transformers, which is is it two different?
Yes,
are they
it's
separate
two
figures
different
or are they
figures.
two pack?
It's the Laser Optimus Prime as Mecha
No, but
Godzilla.
he's asking: are they coming together, or are they coming separate?
They're separate.
Yeah. Okay, that's strange. But yeah, like Brian was saying, it's Laser Optimus as Kiryu, and then Grimlock as Megatron
it's
Godzilla?
Yeah, it's Megatron as Godzilla. So they're using the
but
Grimlock mold.
the Grimlock mold.
The Grimlock mold with Sludge's head, for some reason.
It's a different head?
Yes.
It's Sludge's head.
Huh.
It's Sludge's head that's been slightly retooled, and people are like, no, idiot, it's a new head. It's like, no, idiot, it is, in fact, Sludge's head.
Either way, someone's an idiot.
Yeah, the Kiryu is terrible. Like, first of all, fuck the Laser Optimus Prime mold. I'm sick of it.
I will say I do like the truck because it's got the scales on the front of the truck.
The blue,
it looks
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Night Watch Optimus Prime.
Exactly. That needs to come back.
But the robot mode looks like shit. It's so one color.
It looks like a prototype.
Which, I mean, Kiryu is, but...
Which, I mean, Kiryu is, but it doesn't make any... It only makes the shittiest amount of sense possible in that they were like, oh, well, Godzilla was the villain of that movie, so therefore we want Megatron to be Godzilla, or Mechagodzilla, or no, Godzilla, sorry. We want Godzilla to be Godzilla. We want Megatron to be Godzilla. So therefore, Optimus Prime fights Megatron. So therefore, it must be It must be Optimus Prime who fights Megatron. Godzilla.
I think your brain just broke.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. They were like, okay, Optimus and Megatron, they're rivals. Godzilla versus Kiryu, they're rivals. Therefore, because in that movie, in that like one movie, Godzilla is the villain. Therefore, Megatron is Godzilla, and we're not going to put any effort whatsoever into Optimus Prime.
The Godzilla is more egregious to me because what the fuck? He doesn't have his spikes. He's got this weird approximation on his neck. I think that's what they're trying to do. It's like with the clear plastic.
It's Takara. Yeah. They do not put effort into crossovers.
Apparently.
So, I think it would be better if they used the Dragon Megatron for something. Someone was saying, oh, that makes sense for Ghidorah. He has one head.
Yeah, that would require a lot of extra engineering.
You could give multiple legitimately, all you need to do is just
fucking... Oh, that is not the first time you've said that. That is not.
What?
What?
You could give multiple head? That is not the first time you've said that. I said you could give multiple heads.
Like all it takes is, like tripling up on the neck joint. That would make plenty of sense. That would be perfect for this.
Yeah, but that would have to mean they would resculpt something.
Okay, well, Takara wouldn't do that, but fucking Hasbro absolutely would.
Yeah.
They would just make a new toy.
No, they wouldn't.
Like, Hasbro would just make a new
guy. You do realize that none of the fucking... you do realize that none of the crossovers have been new toys, right?
Yes, they have.
What do you mean?
They're...
Party Wallop?
Okay, Party Wallop's new. That is entirely new.
Okay.
The Stranger Things one?
What about the Knight Rider figure? Is that not new?
I don't know. I don't know about like the newest ones. They fucking. I'm talking about like from like my experience of like the older ones. So like
I think the Ghostbusters one has the same engineering, but it's not using any parts. I could be wrong.
The Ghostbusters one is apparently like a really heavy retool of
the Hotspot. I know.
Yeah, Hotspot.
Yeah.
And the X-Pants is just Jetfire. And yes,
I know that's using parts. Yeah.
That's just Jetfire, and then you have Gigawatt, which was
the most obvious one, yeah.
Sideswipe.
Yeah, the newer ones though they've been trying more, at least. Yeah, and the like Dracula and Frankenstein were retools. Yeah, you're right, but newest ones are actually different, and I feel like if
Jurassic Park was just a recolor.
There's two Jurassic Park ones.
Yeah.
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 It is amazing how much fucking the Dilophosaurus is just fucking iguanas, and they won't give iguanas to us.
I know, please.
But yeah, as a Godzilla fan, this is hella disappointing. The Godzilla especially pisses me off.
I will say I like the colors in
we'll
itself. I like the colors in itself, but it's not Godzilla. It's not.
It could have worked as Mechagodzilla. So Brian, are you also a Godzilla fan?
I've watched the movie.
Okay, so there's only 2 Godzilla fans in here.
I'm aware of Godzilla. Godzilla Minus One is my favorite movie of last
Godzilla
year.
Minus One is definitely one of, hands down, like automatically just one of the best Godzilla movies out there. It is.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones that like managed to make Godzilla make sense as a villain. I think that I think that Godzilla as the villain is an overrated concept. Like it was 100% like fucking the original Godzilla, Gojira. 100% yes, that worked. I actually weirdly this is going to be like a lot of Godzilla fans are going to be like, what the fuck? I prefer the American cut of the first movie.
Really?
Yeah.
With the American voiceover and stuff?
Yes, the American voiceover, precisely because they make it into like a radio news broadcast, which I find adds an element of like realism to it, where it's like, oh, it's not just a story being told to me; it's being presented like it's an actual event to me, which
like
I
War
find
of the
adds
Worlds. It's
adds
the War of the
sauce.
Worlds type thing.
Yeah, it's got a War of the Worlds like kind of angle to it, which I found to be super interesting. By the way, you know that whole like War of the Worlds, like because it was announced to like cause panic in the streets because people thought we were really getting invaded by aliens. Yeah, that's not true. That's literally not true.
Oh, yeah.
It is an urban myth that was started by a single newspaper like 2 years after the fact.
That's funny.
It was like in Ohio, like legitimately, like it was like in Ohio. There was one newspaper like 2 years after the fact. But if you look at like every other newspaper across the country, like when it happened, there was no mention of it whatsoever.
Fake news.
You think if there was panic in the streets the next day, every other fucking newspaper would be like, there was a fucking panic over this. There was chaos in the streets, but no, nothing.
Yeah, I'll go
yellow
outside.
Journalism is out of control.
I'll go outside. There's chaos. There's fire, and it's a fine suburban street. All the kids are playing. I'm like, everyone, run!
Any more thoughts on this this Godzilla?
It's trash.
I'm not buying
Godzilla deserve better.
Yeah.
Though to be fair,
True.
Godzilla typically deserves better movies. The vast majority of Godzilla movies are so boring.
I still like the 1998 film. But I don't love
liked
it as
it
a
growing
Godzilla
up. I
movie.
don't care for it now.
We can move on.
Yeah.
No, this is a Godzilla podcast now, guys. We are no longer a Transformers podcast.
I think if we unironically posted a "We watched Godzilla 1998," it would do numbers.
Maybe.
I think it would unironically do well, just if we, not even as a bonus, just as like a.
I don't know.
A mainline episode.
YouTube slaps you fucking so hard for doing anything outside your comfort zone, or anything outside your fans' comfort zone.
Yeah, I would at least give it a try just to see, because I don't know, it could at least be funny, but like an April Fool's episode or something.
Yeah.
What's
up with
last
Zoids?
thing?
Sorry, go.
Last thing is the Takara Tomy Synergex series, Zoids.
Oh right.
They're doing it's Zoids, Transformers, and Diaclone. It's a 3-way crossover.
Yeah, that's the weirdest part about that, because I don't see any part of it that's Diaclone other than the fact that Optimus is like all blue.
So
it's got a little guy.
Yeah, it's got a. So for Zoids, normally they're piloted by someone. So I believe that in the head is the cockpit, so it will be able to incorporate Diaclone figures.
Yeah, for Zoids, it's usually like the character is usually like in a set sitting position. So I think the little guy will be posable like Diaclone.
I don't know why they went with like that like the blue one instead of like the Liger Zero or something. Maybe it's just because like fucking.
It's a classic one, I think. This blue one, right?
Is definitely one of the older ones.
I think it's because just simply Optimus Prime.
Yeah, Optimus Prime is partially blue. The Liger Zero is all white, but still, I feel like Liger Zero is like way more like the famous good guy Zoid.
Yeah, maybe Zoids is so underrated in the West. Like, I don't even know.
I will say, I am a little interested in this one. Before I got into Transformers, I probably talked about this before. I had a point where I was into Zoids. I thought they were really cool. I knew about the show, but I knew that line wasn't gonna last too long, at least in international toy stores. So I thought, okay, I need to replace this with something, and that's what got me into Transformers. So now it kind of comes back around with the Zoids thing. I really would not mind getting this.
Yeah,
the robot mode's pretty raw, I'm not gonna lie.
He
looks kind of fucking sick.
It looks way better than the other trash we've looked at so far.
Yeah.
Because they did
I don't know
something.
if he gives Optimus, really, besides the head, obviously, but, like, he just looks cool. He looks like a Gundam to me, more than a Optimus.
So, I want to point out, I know there's more crossovers, but this is the stuff that they actually showed off. I know there's a silhouette of something with, what was it?
It's Monster Hunter, as well as... Macross.
Yeah.
Which, you know, doing a Macross crossover could mean we get a reissue of Jetfire.
I doubt it.
Macross Monster Hunter crossover.
No, that's two different...
No.
It's two different crossovers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Macross X Transformers and Monster Hunter X Transformers.
I could imagine the Monster Hunter just being all the Beast Wars toys. Or Beast Hunters.
It'll probably be like a famous Monster Hunter monster that
I'm assuming it's going to be like
Megatron.
I'm assuming it's just going to be the Devil Pickle, and it's going to be Megatron, Beast Wars Megatron.
I'm sorry, Devil Pickle?
Look up Devil Pickle.
I don't think I'm going to select I'm not gonna do that.
I'm looking up top 10 Monster Hunter.
You're looking up Devil
Zen
Pickle?
Ogre. I'm not looking up Devil Pickle.
It's
Zen
fine,
Ogre.
I'll just post it, you bitches.
Please.
Okay.
Because I'm not researching Devil Pickle. I don't want that on my feed.
Oh. It might be this thing. It'll probably be like a dragon.
What the
If
fuck?
I had to guess.
That's no better than I thought it was gonna be.
That is the Devil Pickle. That is its name is the Great Devil Ho.
I can see why.
And
It looks like an early form of Shin Godzilla.
and it looks like a pickle. The Great Devil Ho.
I turned it into a pickle.
It is probably the most famous Monster Hunter monster.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You Monster Hunter
yeah,
fans
who knows?
are weird.
But the Zoid shit, I'm kind of into the Zoid shit. I might, that one has me tempted. I just like the idea of Zoids, like the mechanical beast sort of thing. It reminds me of Dino Riders from the 80s, which is another fucking toy line I would love for them to bring back. I don't know why they haven't. Like, dinosaurs equipped with weapons should be a no-brainer. But, highly specific Monster Hunter memes coming in.
Yeah. I would not mind them doing more Zoids. So.
Yeah, Zoids. Bring Zoids back to the West, bro. But let's get into childhood toys that were not Transformers. This is kind of a follow-up to our recent episode.
Oh my god, I have so much to say. PerspectiveEnd, go first.
You see, that's impossible because I didn't.
You just had nothing besides Transformers?
Basically, like, my parents knew that my everything was Transformers, so all they would pretty much ever get me is Transformers. And whenever I did get a figure that wasn't a Transformers, I didn't give much of a shit. So I had some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 2003 show, and those are fucking garbage. Holy shit. What a fucking joke. They literally, instead of knees, they had swivels where the knee would be.
Sorry, what iteration of?
The
2003.
Yeah, they were similar to the original toys.
Like
for how they were articulated.
There's no fucking excuse. Like, Beast Wars in the 90s had 100 times the possibility of those things from 2003 to like 2005.
And even at that time, you had the RID figures with the ball joints and the swivels and all that. So
it was fucking. It was bullshit. These things don't transform. They have no excuse not to pose at all. But yeah, those things.
They reissued those recently.
Those things were
the 2003 ones.
Those are fucking garbage. Hate them so much. But yeah, I got like nothing outside of that. Like, I had like toy guns, which were cool.
Okay.
I was the kind
I
of
have
kid
a
who, if I
couple.
wasn't playing with the Transformer, I was like going outside and picking up a stick and shooting at like invisible soldiers.
Okay, let me just I'll post mine, Brian, and then you can do yours.
Yeah, because I got
I don't have a
a
lot.
list.
Okay, so first things first, Cubics Robots for Everyone. Terrible CGI show that would come on Fox Kids.
I fucking loved that
back in
show
the day.
so much as a little kid.
Yeah.
Is that
I love
the McDonald's
Cubics.
toy?
It is. It's a Happy Meal toy. It was
Dude,
a Build-A-Figure.
I always wanted to fucking finish that Build-A-Figure, and I could never get like all of the parts.
Dude, you know what?
Same.
You know what Build-A-Figure I want to... I'll just quickly say this. The Inspector Gadget McDonald's toy.
Same.
Yes.
I never could finish that
I
one
had
either.
most of it.
I had like I didn't have most of it. I had like I kept getting like the fucking leg over and over again, and then like the head. And that was like
I had the legs, most of the body. I didn't have the chest. I had the hat, and I think one of the arms.
I do have at least one story. My mom took us to 7 separate McDonald's trying to get the neuralizer from the first Men in Black movie.
Oh wow!
Really?
Because they were all sold out of the neuralizer. Because apparently, like every parent came and was like, "You got the neuralizer," and they'd be like, "Yep," and they're like, "All right, that's the one. That's the toy that I want. No random bullshit. Just give me the neuralizer." And
Instead, you got a Barbie.
Yeah.
So we had to go to 7 different ones to get a neuralizer.
That's awesome. Honestly, the Happy Meal toys were where my Cubics like toys ended and began.
Yeah.
Here's that Inspector Gadget.
Oh, I know what it looks like. Yeah, that one.
I'm mostly putting it so I can put in the video later.
The hat is so dumb. Like it's so tall. It's so tall.
But I also never completed Cubics, but I had a bunch of pieces, so I would just play with the pieces of him. But I just loved how he was like a Rubik's Cube, but a robot. He's got all these colors, and he's like nice and he's friendly robot, and I like that.
He is Baymax?
Yeah, he basically is OG Baymax. That's a good point.
When he says that, can you put up a picture of that meme with the butterfly and it says, "Is this Baymax?"
Maybe.
I think this is an audio-only podcast.
It basically is. I do put up video versions, but I just have like I'm gonna put like World of Warcraft gameplay in the background. So
you fucking traitor.
I what do you mean traitor? Traitor to what?
Fucking World of Warcraft player. Fucking disgusting.
I just started playing it again.
Fucking disgusting.
I need it. I need it. Another childhood toy, Bakugan. Huge fucking Bakugan fan.
Takuban.
Yeah, Bakugan. Me and my friends would make Bakugan videos all the time. I had a flip video camera.
Kakugan.
And I would make hella Bakugan YouTube videos back in the day. Bakugan, if you don't know, it's like a little marbles, and they have magnets, and when they get magnetized onto something, they click open, and little monsters pop up. They're a lot like Transformers if you've never seen them. But they're more gimmicky and based on a game and stuff. But I absolutely loved Bakugan. One of my favorite series when they came back in 2015. No, later than that. When they came back, I got really into them, and I have a fuckload of Generation 2 Bakugan. Because I love the original so much. And the final one I bring is a Mega Block series that I always liked, the Alien Agency.
I remember those.
Yeah, they would be like buildings, and there'd be like alien pods.
I might have had one of those. Oh, there was like
you'd
this.
Like put the aliens in.
There was this that one toy that I loved. It wasn't like Lego, but it was like this weird like constructible spaceship that was like made out of like again, not Lego parts, but it was like modular, where it was just like everything fucking went together. And I can't remember. I have no idea what it was called. I never like knew what the name of the toy was. But it was this really cool modular ship that you could like build out of all these different things.
Did they have cubes?
Yeah. Yes, they did have tubes. I just sent
No,
another
no,
picture.
I'm talking about perspective
shows
end.
off-
Did they have
Oh.
cubes that they would attach with?
I think maybe. I think there was like a central cube structure that you would put like other stuff on top of.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Sounds like Snap Ships, which is a more
That's
recent
what I'm thinking of.
toy.
I actually have every single snap ship they ever released.
Nice.
Really?
I have 2 because I found them in the dollar store.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they were like all like I looked them up on Amazon and I was like, well, no, I found a few of them like out at Target and they were cool and I liked them and they were like cheap there, and then I
Yeah.
looked them up on Amazon and they were like half off on Amazon, so I bought every other one that like remains for like $70. So I got like everything for
Nice.
like all snap ships for like a total of $100.
They are really good. I hate
Yeah.
that they went downhill because they are actually
I
really
bought a
cool.
few, yeah. They kind of like tried to rebrand into like more of a board game sort of thing.
Oh, did
Yeah,
they?
they had
if I
mechs.
remember
I didn't
right,
know about
because
that.
at first they were like just straight up a toy, and then later I
Oh,
would
look,
see ads and it'd be like, oh shit, Snap Ships.
I thought the company like went under. I'm looking at it. Like, yeah, they're still making shit. Cool.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, but they've got like a gaming slant now. I think like a war game almost with the Snap Ships.
That's cool. Honestly, like it
Yeah.
needed something, and this looks cool.
Yeah, but that's my main Alien Agency. I don't remember it too well, because I think I mostly played with it at my friend's house. I think my friend had the Alien Agency, but I loved those toys so much that I thought they were so cool. Another one would be like Mega Bloks Dragons.
Yes! Oh my
Which were really
god! I love that line. I have so many of the sets.
I
I
mean,
have
Brian, go ahead and talk about yours. That's all mine.
I have I went through most of the entire line. I started with Fire and Ice and then pretty much at the end of the Mega Bloks Dragons line. My first one was the Smoke Dragon. I loved it from the Fire and Ice line. I managed to get some Crystal Wars stuff because they re-released some. I always wanted the Iron Raider stuff, but I think the best one was the Plasma Dragons line. The little ones that in the eggs, those were fantastic. I got all the Metal Ages dragons in a bin actually right beside me. I love those sets. Sorry, I thought you had more to talk about that.
No, no, I did. I only had a couple dragons. I just remember the dragons being cool as shit.
Oh, they were. I recently fixed up one of mine. So for a while,
Oh, Galador.
Oh, fuck off,
yes.
Galador.
I was into Galador as a kid. I know they're not good, but I really wish
They're epic.
I really wish I had them again though, just for nostalgia's sake.
My brother.
For anyone who doesn't know, explain Galador.
My brother. loved
Galador was them
growing up.
trying to make action figures during Bionicle because Bionicle was such a big success. Basically,
Yeah.
Bionicle saved the company. Lego wouldn't exist right now, or wouldn't be as big if Bionicle.
And
wasn't
Galador almost killed the
presented.
company.
And Galador, yeah, because they also had the TV show and so many different sets. It lasted, I think, a year with 2 waves, and that's it. But
Yeah. They're much more action figures than they are Lego.
oh, they had no Lego parts. But speaking of, I guess might as well talk about that. Bionicle.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even just a childhood toy. I'm still into it. Like I did I recently get a set? No. Yes, I did.
Yeah, you got Kongu. You talked about.
I got the Kongu in the bag, which was one of my first sets. And I got recently the Mari 2007 Huki when they were going underwater. So it's the yellow
yeah.
Bionicle.
I had all of the Toa Mari.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I only have 5 out of the 6 of them.
I got really lucky because my dad, he's like, my mom divorced him a long time. They never got married. It's a long story, but he was just off somewhere else, so he wasn't around. But he would send me like Toys R Us gift cards, and I was able to buy the like entire wave of the Toa Mari with the gift card.
Did you ever
It
get?
was so fucking sick.
Did you ever get that big Titan Maxilos with the little dog?
Yeah, I actually had everything from that line, the Toa Mari line. I had all the Baraki. I had Maxilos and Helios. And what's the guy with Spinax? And the big blue guy with the teeth. I had all of them.
Gudunka.
It's the one. Yeah, Gudunka. I think I only missed one, and it was the Target exclusive Baraki with 4
Nocturne.
arms. Yes, that's the only one I never had. But otherwise, I had the whole line, which was the only time I ever had that for Bionicle.
I have,
and they were so sick.
All the original Toas.
Nice.
Yeah, and they look fantastic together.
We should do a bonus episode where we just talk about every era Bionicle.
Yeah.
Like just you and me have like a bonus series.
Yeah, and perspective.
Let us know in the comments if you all want that. Members.
I was also into Hero Factory because, of course, I was into Between
Yes.
Bionicle, so I got a few of those. I had some Lego Star Wars. I had the Gungan sub, the original one. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was actually a cool sub.
I had the one from episode 2 that was like the car.
Oh yeah, the 2-pack. Yeah.
Yeah, the 2-pack. I had that one.
I, for a short time, was into Beat 'em On. That was actually before Zoids. So
Nice.
The one that I just sent you is Camogile, I think. I can't remember the name. But I still have that because I found it in a dollar store. I just, last night, found all the parts to it.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Really? In a dollar store?
Yeah.
Like recently?
No, not recently. This was like...
Oh, okay.
5 or 8 years ago,
Yeah.
but it was still after
Beat 'em on, for anyone who doesn't know, Beat 'em on is like these little guys, and they would shoot marbles at each other.
Yeah.
What was the goal of the game? Like hit the other one or something?
So there were a couple of different ways to play the game. You can shoot at different targets. They also had the playsets. They had one where it was a ramp that is a half loop, and it would go into the back of the jaw of this dragon-looking thing, and you would try to launch out the flame from it. And it would have different... You could also rebuild it to where it's got different levels to it. So, but the main game is there's a attachment that you could plug into the front, and it's got a panel at the bottom there. And if you hit that panel, the front section will get covered. Like it's got a thing that will cover the top of it, or the front of it, and that would stop you from launching any more of the marbles, so you would lose from that.
Okay.
So
yeah, gotcha.
But I have a
Battle Beat 'em on. Classic.
Also, recently, I found all my Neo shifters, and I recently repaired a lot of them because they would be fragile. They would break pretty easily.
Yeah.
One that was meant to be my mascot like a decade ago is still perfectly intact. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
But I guess other things, because I'm going too long, because I'm a huge toy collector, is Hot Wheels, obviously. I love Hot Wheels.
I bought a Hot Wheel the other day. I bought the K truck.
Oh.
Mighty K.
Mighty K, yeah.
I found it at Kroger.
Mighty Joe K.
Thank you. And the Mega Bloks
Make
Halo.
Mighty Joe Young joke.
I get it.
No one was hoping for that.
I watched the movie. I was bored with it. And the Mega Constructs Halo line I'm into. So.
Yeah, I have a few of the minifigures.
My friend was
I'm just not a Halo guy.
My friend's just getting into it, and he bought some of the old sets, and he sent me one of the minifigures just randomly. That came packed with the Transformers Go set.
The best Halo game is Halo 1. Halo 2. Halo 2 is an overcomplicated version of Halo 1, and then Halo 3 is a dumbed down version of Halo 2, which is not the same thing as not being overcomplicated.
Okay, well, you're gonna get.
Is this a hot takes episode? I forgot. We're doing another one.
You're playing with PE right now. Every episode is a hot takes episode.
I'll tell you one thing that was not really a childhood thing. It's Marvel. I never really cared for Marvel as a kid.
No one did.
Really?
Absolutely no one.
I did.
No one gave a shit about Marvel until 2008.
No,
I like
that's not
Spider-Man, but I just like
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Like, that's the thing, is like Spider-Man was like just about the only fucking superhero from Marvel that people could name before like 2008.
I don't know. I got lucky. My dad like got me a subscription to Marvel, so I ended up reading like all of Civil War and Amazing Spider-Man and
That's like
Uncanny X-Men.
That's like post 2008.
No, Civil War was before. It's 2006.
That's like
You just reminded me that the Lego magazines would come with Bionicle comics.
Yes. I had so many Bionicle comic books.
Yeah.
The fucking Ignition was such a good series.
I would point out that I was like way more like into Marvel than most fucking people. Like, I'd seen like all of the Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes movies and whatnot. I actually seen like the original really, really crappy Doctor Strange animated movie and whatnot. And then fucking and then Iron Man came out. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. I forgot he existed. And then fucking like I had to like reacquire like Marvel knowledge. And I was like, "Oh, this is all this one company." Before that, I obviously when I 100% like understood like the DC universe. Like, I knew who like the DC characters were. I did not know that the Marvel characters were all like from the same universe. Like, I had no clue that fucking X-Men was from the same universe as Spider-Man.
It's so weird that there was a time where Iron Man was not a household name.
Yeah, Iron Man was like.
He was like B-list.
At best.
Before the movie.
At best. And then he came out and he became like the first like truly A-list superhero who wasn't fucking Spider-Man, Batman, or Superman.
I remember the articles coming out before 2008 where they said, oh, Marvel is getting so desperate. Now they're putting the B-list characters up. It's like, you wouldn't know Spider-Man
it would appear that way.
Here's the thing. That was like basically like any time that there was anything other than like Wolverine, or Batman, because those were like the two fucking superheroes that for the longest time it was okay to like. If you liked anyone other than those other two, you were a fucking nerd.
I was way more on the Marvel side always as a kid. I barely ever read DC anything. Like, I had the Marvel encyclopedia with all the characters. So yeah, I remember me and my stepdad went and saw Iron Man in 2008, like opening night, and when he like blows up the terrorists or whatever, people clapped.
I clapped when I saw it.
Like, people literally.
I clapped my ass cheeks when Robert Downey Jr. said, "I'm Iron Man."
Okay. Is this episode done? Are we done?
Can I just say one more thing? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, sure.
I was just making. I clapped when I saw all those people die.
Yay!
Yeah. Well, it was terrorists, so it was epic.
I remember
2008
because every superhero movie they had to disguise themselves. They could not be public. So when he said, "I am Iron Man," I'm just remembering that was the biggest deal for superhero movies.
I'll be honest. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh well, that's dumb," and I still think it's dumb.
I was a little confused, but I get why it's iconic. His whole thing in the comics is he pretends that Iron Man is his bodyguard.
Yeah, which is how is that really any fucking better than them like believing that it's you? I just always thought it was dumb because it was like, well, that just throws a whole bunch of story potentials in the trash, and it did. I really think it does get rid of a whole lot of story potential.
The worst part about it is, like, most characters in the MCU don't have a secret identity.
Yeah, now at this point.
Like, very few.
Spider-Man is my best friend.
It's basically just Spider-Man at this point.
Yeah. Spider-Man is my best friend, and we totally hang out, but I can't be in the room with him.
Can we talk about how much they made both Ned... so Ned was not a sacred character, but dear God, do I hate Ned. But they fucking ruined Flash Thompson.
You don't like the CEO of Sex?
The only issue I have with the new Flash is he's like a grown man, technically, the actor. He's not like high school age, so
Flash Thompson is...
I just kind of can't imagine him being Agent Venom ever.
Yeah, Flash Thompson is my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
I always
Flash
thought
Thompson
it
is
was
hands down my favorite
awkward.
superhero.
I always
What?
thought it was awkward in Far From Home, where at the end none of his parents showed up for his ride, and he's just sitting there awkwardly, and they didn't really do anything with that. It just kind of
Well, it's kind of a just commentary that he's a bully because he's ignored by his parents. Like,
yeah,
But
But here's the
doesn't
thing, like,
really
and
that
here's
scene.
the thing. Here's why he sucks. He is not a bully. He's too fucking lame to be one.
exactly.
Literally, like,
he's a Gen Z bully.
like his whole like, oh, Penis Parker, ha ha ha. Dude, motherfucker, if someone heard you fucking say that, you'd be the one who gets your ass kicked.
He's a fucking troll. That's all he is.
He is like so lame that he would be the one who gets beat up. He is the one who would get bullied, and it's like this is so like I don't believe that this guy like makes Peter Parker feel bad because he's so fucking lame.
Oh, speaking of childhood toys, do you remember Lego Racers?
No.
Not really. A
Oh.
little bit. I'm a little bit too young for that. I vaguely remember them around, but I never played them.
Okay, never mind then. Forget it.
Yeah, Far From Home sucked though. But,
I don't think Far From Home was that bad. I just think like here's the thing. Here's what Far From Home is. The second half is good. The first half is trash. That's Far From Home.
yeah.
The first half, I was like, it was
don't-
a struggle to get through the first half of Far From Home.
Yeah.
I was writhing in my seat for most of the first
I
half.
haven't
of
been
Far From
able to
Home.
rewatch it because I'm like, oh, do we really want to see Peter Parker be wacky and goofy on this vacation?
Yeah, no, that's what makes Far From Home suck. As soon as the fucking second half of the movie kicks in, it's like, oh, this is pretty good.
Oh
I
man,
just
that
don't like
whole scene.
Mysterio using the drones. I think it's just so annoying and lazy. Like, it's all drones at the end of the movie. It's
Are
boring.
you telling me that scene where he's pantsless and trying to get the picture erased is not?
I think like
cinema?
all the hallucination scenes are really cool. I just think that the
Yes.
fucking like
The hallucination shit was awesome, but that was like one scene.
the hallucination shit was all awesome, but the fucking problem with the movie is that it's a really unfunny teen comedy. That's what the
Also,
movie
it's
is.
illusions, not hallucinations. You
That,
dumbass.
that's like that's I don't really care for the first one either with the Vulture, just because once again it is a really unfunny teen comedy, like 90%, and then
I disagree. I think Homecoming's 100 times better than Far From Home.
it's just
Way funnier to me.
it's not, neither one is funny at all.
I love Michael Keaton as Vulture though.
Yes,
and-
Michael Keaton killed that shit.
Yeah, and
Vulture was just cool. I thought he was way cooler than Mysterio.
Perspective End, you're stupid. I just want to say that.
Opinion?
I
Disregard.
am
Yes.
a big dumb, and why the fuck do I exist? You should all
I
hate
bet
me.
you eat the peel of an egg.
Nah, you're epic. We all love
No,
each
I don't
other.
eat eggs.
Thanks for listening to the bonus episode. We did. This one is also super long. These are meant to be shorter.
Just flat out, I
but
don't.
we
I
just
don't.
keep
I don't
yapping.
eat eggs. Eggs is gross.
You eat the peel of an egg. I get
I don't.
it.
Eat, I don't think
I'm not
that
super into eggs either. Okay, let's
Is this
stop.
what we're gonna have a
Let's-
big argument over? This is just.
Yes, time
No,
for
we're
a
going to end the
fight.
episode.
Fight!
Bye.
Fight! Fight!
Oh, I'm gonna tackle you. Oh, noogie.